Good evening, this is your AI host, Jay. I'm here with the automatically generated, Journato, evening headlines on December 4, 2022. Iran locked into vicious cycle over protests and arming Russia, says US. Hexham Abbey hosts Swedish Sancta Lucia Festival of Light. Bodies of 1,700 dead seals found along Russia's Caspian coast. 72 upper ground, the latest development selling the Thames down the river. Russian war crimes draft resolution being circulated at the UN. The Guardian, EU plans to prosecute Russia for war on Ukraine. But leaders like Putin hardly held accountable. The Print, EU aims to use Russian assets to generate cash for Ukraine. DW, English, Russia slams French support to Ukraine War Tribunal. Anadolu Agency, English, Ukraine calls for a special tribunal on Russian crime of aggression. Fears of deadly infection surge as China abandons zero-COVID policy. The Guardian, China dumping its draconian zero-COVID policy could come at the huge cost of rampant infections. This will spread like wildfire. Fortune, Bloomberg weekend reading, China's COVID-0 reckoning has arrived. Bloomberg, zero-COVID policy is costing China its role as the world's workshop. The Guardian, explainer, what will happen if China relaxes zero-COVID curbs? Cyril Ramaphosa, South Africa leader want resign, says spokesman. BBC, South Africa's Cyril Ramaphosa will not resign over Farmgate scandal. Sky News, Cyril Ramaphosa set to launch fightback in bid to hang on to presidency. Financial Times, editorial, CR made his own sofa, so. News 24, Solly Moeng, Ramaphosa's sharpest rebuke should be from his own conscience, business. Trump's call for end of constitution condemned by Democrats. BBC, Trump calls for himself to be reinstated as president by falsely claiming fraud overrides constitution. The Independent, Trump calls for the termination of the Constitution. CNN, Trump calls for scrapping U.S. Constitution, peddling false election fraud claims. Athena Strand update, mother pays tribute to 7-year-old princess, taken by sick, cruel monster, FedEx driver. The Independent, Texas mom's heartbreaking tribute to Athena Strand, 7, who was snatched and killed by FedEx driver. Daily Mail, FedEx driver confesses to murder of Texas schoolgirl. Metro.co.uk, murder charge FedEx delivery driver told police where to find body of missing girl, 7. Indonesia volcano eruption spews lava rivers and 50,000 feet high ash plume. Sky News, Indonesia on high alert as Mount Semeru volcano erupts. BBC News. BBC News, Semeru volcano, 2,000 evacuated as Indonesia issues highest warning. The Guardian, Indonesia's highest volcano erupts as evacuations carried out on most densely populated island. The Independent, Indonesia volcano alert raised following Semeru eruption. Ukraine war, fighting set to slow for winter months, says U.S. intelligence. BBC, U.S. expects reduced tempo in Ukraine conflict to continue, says top intelligence official. Guardian News, fighting at reduced tempo as Ukraine prepares for counter-offensive. The Telegraph, fighting in Ukraine to slow over winter months, U.S. intelligence says. BBC News. BBC News, Vladimir Putin better informed now about Ukraine war, says U.S. This was all for the news. Thanks for listening. Please do not forget to like and subscribe.